There they are, Dharmesh. So there they are. What are their plans?
Yep, Mike, live pictures here just outside Tottenham Hotspur's hotel, and the Tottenham Hotspur coach has arrived. They have arrived from Bilbao. They landed about 45 minutes ago and have made their way straight to their hotel here. And it's quite unusual for a Premier League team. They usually try and replicate what they do in the Premier League by coming a day before an actual match, but given that cynics would say that Tottenham have lost 21 times in the Premier League this season, they probably wanted to change things around. And this is a showpiece event, of course, for Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United, the Europa League final. That's why Tottenham have decided to come in 2 days before. And the players and the coaching staff, you can see Vicario, the goalkeeper, just going through into the hotel now, have arrived now. They want to make the most of this. They want to acclimatise to Bilbao. They want to settle in to Bilbao ahead of what is a massive occasion for Tottenham Hotspur and, of course, for Manchester United in a couple of days' time. Like I said, very unusual for a club to come 2 days out from a final, as we just see Ange Postecoglou go into the hotel. So much talk, isn't there, Mike, about the future of Ange Postecoglou. Will the outcome of this game decide his future, or has his future been decided regardless of whether Tottenham Hotspur beat Manchester United or not in this final? And of course, as we see some of the players and the coaching staff go in, another big talking point, Mike, will be the team news. And Ange Postecoglou must be wondering what he's done wrong, because he's had such chronic injury problems throughout this season. And just when he thought everyone was back and fit, out go James Maddison, Dejan Kulusevski and Lucas Bergvall. But I'm told, reliably told, there goes Van de Ven into the hotel as well. I'm reliably told that the entire Tottenham Hotspur squad will be present here for this match. All of the fit players, of course, and the injured players will all be here. Everyone who has made a contribution to Tottenham Hotspur reaching this Europa League final. And remember, the narrative, of course, has been about Tottenham Hotspur and a trophy. They haven't managed to get a trophy since 2008, that League Cup final victory at Wembley Stadium over Chelsea. And the last time they won a European trophy was way back in 1984, over 40 years ago, that two-legged final against Anderlecht when they won through on penalties. And if you're old enough to remember that day, Tony Parks in goal for Tottenham Hotspur, the hero. But I just wonder, Mike, whether there is something in the air this season for Tottenham Hotspur to be really optimistic that this could indeed be the season that the trophy drought ends. Remember, Newcastle United went 56 years without winning a trophy, and they did that at Wembley against Liverpool in the League Cup final this season. And then on Saturday, Crystal Palace won their first ever trophy in their history in that famous win against Manchester City in the FA Cup final. Harry Kane, a Tottenham legend, finally got his hands on a winner's medal, the Bundesliga title with Bayern Munich. Will this be Tottenham Hotspur's turn? Let's find out on Wednesday. The talking is about to stop. The players have arrived, the coaching staff has arrived. They're going their way into the hotel, and then match day -1 is tomorrow. Of course, it's media activity day. Tottenham Hotspur will present 2 players to the media at around 3:45 UK time, followed by Ange Postecoglou, and then at around 4:30 UK time, the players will train in an open training session at the Estadio San Mamés, as Ben Davis there, as I see there, going through into the hotel as well. So the talking will nearly stop, and we're around 48 hours, a little bit over 48 hours before this showpiece event. A few cheers there for Richarlison, and as I mentioned, there's Radu Dragusin, who's of course injured, and I did mention that the entire squad will be present here for this game. Tottenham Hotspur against Manchester United in the Europa League final 2025. The players have arrived 2 days out from the final. Tottenham Hotspur look like they've got their business faces on, and they are ready.
Yeah, interesting to see Tottenham arrive, change their usual routine for this one. We saw all the players there, Dharmesh. Just to confirm for me, is Lucas Bergvall on the trip?
Yes, So as I mentioned before, Mike, I think everyone that's been involved in this Tottenham Hotspur squad this season will be present for this game. It is a squad game, of course. Everyone who's made a contribution throughout this Europa League campaign, we do know it's been desperate in the league. 21 times they've lost, but the likes of James Maddison, the likes of Dejan Kulusevski, and of course Lucas Bergvall, who have been injured in the last month or so and are clearly going to miss the Europa League final. They are with the squad and the rest of the squad and the fit players ahead of this final. Heung-min Son is an interesting one as well. There's James Maddison, I mentioned before, coming in there with a nice, comfortable-looking cushion there. So he's James Maddison is here. Dejan Kulusevski, of course, is here, and Lucas Bergvall. Like I mentioned before, those injured players who won't be featuring in this Europa League final will be here supporting what they hope will be Tottenham Hotspur's first trophy since 2008 and their first European trophy for 41 years.